Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining in. DC TechNet is your own channel, so do like, share and subscribe. It motivates us to create new and better content. So let's see what we have today. Today we will continue our NTFS journey, and today will be the second part of our NTFS permission series. And in today's part we will discuss special permissions with real world example. So in our part number 1 we have already discussed basic NTFS permissions. So let's get ahead. So before going ahead, in our part 1 we had asked one question related to NTFS permissions and the effective permissions to this HR group on these two folders. So I will highly recommend you to watch session number 1 and please comment your answer. So let us see what are NTFS special permissions. So NTFS special permissions are advanced fine-grained permissions that allow detailed control over access to files and folders. Unlike basic permissions which provide general access options like read, write, modify, special permissions allow specific actions to be controlled, such as list folder content, or let's say reading the attributes of the file, deleting file or files, etc. Now these special permissions are used in scenarios where default permissions do not meet the security requirements. So in a nutshell, special permissions are more granular in nature compared to our general permissions or basic permissions. So let us look at some of the commonly used special permissions. Let us look at list folder, read data. So this permission allows users to list the contents of a folder or read data in a file. So real life example, let's say in a company's shared drive, a user with this permission can view the folder structure and the file names, but won't be able to open or modify any files. It's absolutely read data and list folder. Let's take an example over here. Let's say we need to assign list folder read data permission to Chicago accounts user on the accounts folder. This is the scenario. So these are the properties of our accounts folder. We are into the security tab now. Now we need to assign list folder read data to Chicago accounts user on this particular folder. So we need to click on advanced. So after clicking on advanced, we'll come up with this particular window, and we need to click on add over here, and after clicking on add we will come up with permission entry for accounts, and we need to click on select a principal over here, and after clicking we will get this window, and we need to add Chicago accounts user over here, and after clicking on OK we will be coming up on this window, which will ask us to what type of permission we need to allow to Chicago accounts users. So if you see over here principal, we have selected the principal as Chicago accounts users, and we have assigned list folder read data as the advanced permissions, and after clicking OK, this will be the final output, and we can see over here Chicago accounts users group, and we can see special permissions assigned to them. So in this manner we can assign special permissions to any group using our security tab on the folder. So this applies to any permission, not just list folder read data. So the next permission that we're going to discuss is create files, write data. So grants permission to create new files or write data into existing files. Real life example: an employee in a shared project folder can create new documents or update any existing document with new data, such as adding financial data to a report, because the permission says create files and write data. This is more granular in nature. So next permission is create folders. Append data allows the creation of subfolders or the ability to append the data of an existing file. So the user will be able to create folders and change the data in existing files. Real life example: in a folder for ongoing sales report, a sales manager can create new folders to organize reports by region or append additional sales data to a daily summary file. So these permissions are very commonly used in most of the organizations. Very important, change permission. This is one of the special permissions. Change permission allows the user to modify permissions on files or folders. So in a corporate environment, a department manager with this permission can update access to sensitive HR documents, granting or revoking permissions for employees as job roles change. Very important special permission is take ownership. So this is used very frequently in any organization. So allows the user to take ownership of files and folders even if they do not currently have ownership rights. Real life example: in the case of an employee's departure, means if an employee leaves the organization, the IT department can take the ownership of files and folders for that employee, and they can either archive them or they can transfer the rights to some other person, a team leader, ensuring continuity and access control over important documents. Now there are some more options, and let's say auditing, inheritance, effective access. So if you want to know more about these options, please leave a comment. We will prepare a new video exclusively on these some more options along with the labs, because these needs to be explained by showing the things in the labs. For example, auditing, inheritance, and effective access. So let us summarize what we have seen today. Today was the second part of NTFS permissions, and we looked at some of the commonly used special permissions. So thank you for joining in. Hope you have enjoyed today's session. So if you feel this channel is helping you to learn anything new, do like, share and subscribe the channel. And you can if you are more interested in Active Directory, we have a complete 15 videos playlist on Active Directory, which is right in front of you right now. So thanks for joining again and have a wonderful day. Take care.